O'Neill's head can be seen outside the car just before the officer fires, shattering the glass of the passenger side window. He was taken to San Francisco General Hospital.
Oh my God. Another video, story about the worst cop ever. So let's watch.
Number 1. Cop opens fire at unarmed man on his 4th day at the job.
What?
On December 1st, 2017, rookie officer Chris Samayoa was just starting his 4th day on the job when a distressing call came through about a man suspected of assaulting a state lottery worker and making off with her government-issued minivan. The incident was reported from San Francisco City's Potrero Hill neighborhood. The suspect, later identified as 42-year-old Keita O'Neill, was believed to have committed a carjacking, targeting a California state lottery van parked on the 1800 block of 23rd Street. A chase quickly ensued as O'Neill sped away in the stolen van. The pursuit led the police into the Alice Griffith Public Housing Development near the intersection of Fitzgerald Avenue and Griffith Street. Once O'Neill realized he couldn't continue driving, he abandoned the still-rolling van as it drove into a fence. On foot, O'Neill ran in the direction of an SFPD patrol car that was hot on his trail around a sharp right turn onto Griffith Street. Officer Samayoa, sitting in the passenger seat of his training officer, Edric Tollison's car, found himself at the center of an intense moment, with other patrol cars closing in, blocking O'Neill's escape route. As O'Neill moved in closer to Samayoa's direction, the officer took out his weapon and fired a shot through the passenger side window, breaking it and shooting O'Neill. The 25-second video shows the officer in the passenger seat drawing his gun as the patrol car comes around the corner. O'Neill's head can be seen outside the car just before the officer fires, shattering the glass of the passenger side window. He was taken to San Francisco General Hospital,
Oh my
where he was later
gosh.
pronounced dead. O'Neill had no weapon on him. 3 months later, the consequences of that day finally caught up with Officer Samayoa. Police Chief William Bill Scott terminated Samayoa from the force unilaterally, a decision that was within his authority as the rookie officer was still in his probationary period. This decision, however, raised eyebrows and brought a ton of criticism from the police.
Firearm during your probationary period. Like, what? Like, you supposed to be calling for backup no matter what happens anyway. Like, bro, did y'all just see that?
Police union. The president of the San Francisco Police Officers Association, Martin Halloran, decried the chief's decision, accusing him of cowardice and political expediency. He firmly believed that Samayoa had been fired for doing what he was trained to do. Halloran said that the rookie was only on his 4th day on the job and had to endure an incredibly stressful and challenging situation. Halloran called the firing a needless action by the police chief. A couple of years went by, and in 2020, San Francisco District Attorney...
One thing about it, though, but you stole a vehicle. That's grand theft. Like, expect to be treated the worst by the brothers in blue. Like, don't expect for you to get off or just get caught and taken to jail. Like, expect that you might get shot just because you're black. All right? That's it.
Chisa Boudin made a statement saying, in my administration...
Y'all be doing crimes and then, oh, he was just robbing the store. He didn't... He was just stealing the car. That's all he was doing. He ain't deserve to die. Yeah, that's true. He was unarmed, but my buddy, you're doing like something highly illegal. Like, you should not be doing that shit. And you hot. Like, what? I'm just saying, I can see both sides. You know what I'm saying? Not his side. He's fucked up. He shouldn't have did that. But I'm just saying, like, y'all be doing too much for these people who be doing too much. You know what I'm just saying? Like, y'all out here blatantly breaking the law and then don't expect for there to be repercussions. Like,
police officers are not above the law. Staying true to his words and providing some solace to the grieving family, Boudin filed charges against Officer Samayoa, including voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, assault with a semi-automatic firearm, assault by a police officer, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence. This marked the first time that the district attorney's office had pursued homicide charges against a law enforcement officer. Seeing this, Martin Halloran's successor, Tony Montoya, said in a statement, "We are committed to ensuring that Christopher and his family are supported during this difficult time, and that he is accorded his due process rights and provided with a vigorous defense against these charges." The victim's mother, Judy O'Neill, filed a lawsuit in 2017, civil rights, against the city of San Francisco, seeking justice for her son's killing. Civil rights attorney John Burris, representing Judy O'Neill, spoke about the devastating impact of the fatal shooting on the grieving mother. The civil case was set to go to trial in October 2021, but just before that date arrived, the city of San Francisco opted to settle.
Do you miss that thrill of a slot machine? But COVID's got you in the quarantine. But listen to me and everything you need. It's an app that's free. It's called Lightning Link.
The Board of Supervisors approved a settlement of $2.5 million. April Green, Judy O'Neill's sister, was appointed as Keita O'Neill's guardian in the lawsuit due to a medical crisis that left Judy physically and mentally compromised. However, things did not turn out so well when it came to charging Samayoa for his actions. The case became mired in political entanglements, and with a change in the district attorney's office, the charges against the officer were not upheld. District Attorney Brooke Jenkins, who succeeded Boudin, made a motion to dismiss the case brought by her predecessor in March 2023. Further complicating matters, Attorney General Rob Bonta declined to pursue prosecution of the homicide charges against Samayoa. In a letter to District Attorney Brooke Jenkins dated May 18th, Bonta expressed his belief that the charges against Samayoa cannot be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Soon after that, San Francisco Superior Court Judge Loretta Giorgi officially dismissed the charges against Officer Christopher Samayoa. "I feel powerless. I'm really worried about the rest of our black and brown men who live in the Bayview area because this is a license to kill," said April Green, O'Neill's aunt, after her nephew's case was dismissed. "He's given it okay now for officers to have excuses and justify murdering our black and brown men." Unfortunately, rookie cops losing control, especially in high-stakes situations, isn't as uncommon as we would like to believe. Take this next story as another example, where a probationary officer fired his weapon at a teenager eating a hamburger. Number 2, rookie officer shoots teenager in a McDonald's parking lot.
Wow.
On October 2nd, 2022, something really scary went down in San Antonio,
this was
Texas.
last year.
It all started when a rookie cop named James Brennan had a major mishap while trying to confront a suspect all by himself. This young officer had only joined the force 7 months ago, and things quickly spiraled out of his control. The incident happened around 10:45 p.m. in a McDonald's in north central San Antonio. The police had received a call about a disturbance at the fast food joint, so the rookie cop reports to the scene. Now, here's where things take a bit of a turn. When Brennan got there, he thought he spotted a stolen car that had been involved in a getaway the day before. But guess what? The car had nothing to do with the disturbance call. Later investigations revealed that although the car's registration plates didn't match the vehicle, it wasn't actually stolen. Brennan didn't know any of this, and on the assumption that this was that stolen car, he got a bit nervous and called for backup to help him with this situation. But instead of waiting for that backup, seconds later, he walked straight up to the car, swung open the driver's side door, and found 17-year-old named Eric Cantu inside. While the car door was wide open, Cantu decided to reverse and make a run for it. According to Captain Elisa Campos' report of the scene, the open door hit the officer, causing him to step back. But instead of calming the situation, Brennan decided to open fire on the vehicle as the young driver was pulling away in reverse. The driver then shifted gears, preparing to flee, and the officer fired at least 5 more shots at the car. Later on, Cantu and his girlfriend, now identified as Emily Prullo, was found a block away from the McDonald's parking lot. Police reports later confirmed that Brennan had violated his training and police procedures when he approached the car. Now, the consequences for Brennan were severe. He was fired from the force just days later, and a grand jury charged him with 2 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant and 1 count of attempted murder. The first aggravated assault charge was for shooting Cantu, while the other was for firing in the direction of Cantu's female passenger. The attempted murder charge was related to the shooting of Cantu himself. If found guilty, Brennan could face a long prison sentence. Amid these serious allegations, Brennan's lawyer, Nico LaHood, said that there was a rush to judgment attitude. LaHood argued that Brennan's side of the story hadn't been properly heard yet and said, "We expect more information to come to light that will shed further light on this incident." Cantu sustained injuries to his stomach, diaphragm, lungs, liver, bicep, and forearm after he was shot by Brennan. He was on life support for almost 6 weeks following the shooting, and his parents previously revealed that Cantu Jr. had a tracheotomy. In December, Cantu had to be hospitalized again for a few days because of some complication. Cantu Jr.'s father, Eric Cantu, feels that there will be weeks and months and years of rehab, but he's proving he can do it. The family's attorney, Ben Crump, who has dealt with some of the nation's most high-profile cases of police brutality, expressed relief at the indictments. He added that Eric and his family were grateful for the overwhelming support they had received throughout his fight for survival and their own fight for justice. With the recent indictments, they feel that they are one step closer to achieving the justice they seek. Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez told the press, "Justice means making sure that man never works as a member of law enforcement, making sure that man never has a gun and a badge." The start of a criminal trial against Brennan has just begun in June 2023. If you want to watch more of these videos and keep up with the latest updates on these cases,
What the heck did I just watch? That was the dumbest thing ever. Like, bro, you tripping.